Good evening, everyone. My name is Peter, Akerele Peter Oluwabusayo. And please confirm in the chat box if you can hear me. I need to know if you can hear me. You can use the chat box to confirm if you can hear me. All right, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. All right, thank you, Stephen. All right, thank you. Once again, good evening. My name is Peter, Akerele Peter Oluwabusayo. I am your moderator for this evening. It's only about 34 participants we have now in this meeting. Please, party chairpersons, get your party members to join the class. And because this evening's class is going to be very important. The topic for today's class is national ethics and integrity, and it will be taken by the electable ED. Madam Lisa, I don't know if we should give a few minutes to get others to join, or we should just continue.
Sure, let's give some minutes.
All right. So we give 2 minutes. Please get your party members to join. Okay, it's 5:03, and I think we've given enough time, and we have more people, more participants in class. We have 60 now. So without further ado, going to today's class, National Ethics and Integrity. Let's make welcome the ED of Electoral College, the indefatigable Mr. Kunle Lawal. ED, sir, the floor is yours, sir.
Okay, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you all. I hope you can hear me loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Okay, so this is last week of your course, your cohort, and I would say it's been quite an interesting journey. We started out with a class of 1,000, and right now we're struggling to get 71. Anyway, that's not the problem. It's the issue with Nigeria. I'm sure you noticed it in all your campaigns. You've noticed it in all what you had to do generally within the party. Today, I'm not going to be punishing anybody. I'm not going to be usual ED. I'm just, we are almost associates now. So I'm going to be friendly with you guys. We already have a clear view of those who might make it and those who will not make it. And we're not sorry because the first thing I'm going to do is I want this class to be very interactive. So, Peter, I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you and Lisa to be very attentive, or it's quite quick. Or is Shola here? I saw Adishola somehow along the line. Is Adishola here?
Yes, she is.
Shola doesn't want us to hear our voice. What is it now? Shola, are you joining dollar to evade Nigeria?
Okay, maybe her network. She just went off the
Okay,
call.
okay. So I'll need you guys to be quite attentive. I want this class to be quite interactive. So the
Right.
point here is I'm going to have to start to run through things. So here's the conversation. We're going to go straight into what ethics is, and I'm going to have somebody raise up their hand. So I'd like somebody to tell me what ethics is, and somebody tell me what integrity is. And just quickly, I don't want anything long, nothing short. Everybody should just raise up their hands. You'll be unmuted. Just tell me what ethics is and what integrity is.
So should I pick as they raise their hands?
Yes, there is a hand. First person who raises their hand will define ethics. I know for those that are typing into ChatGPT and those who are quickly Googling it, not so serious. We just want something, a little bit more um simple.
Okay, the person raising their hand has no name. How do we address that?
Then a person who has this is not Game of Thrones. So if you have no name and no face, you are not Arya Stark, and you're not trying to kill somebody here. I think we'll pick the ambassador honest as the first person.
Okay, Ambassador Honest, I've
Mhm.
asked you to unmute. Please go on.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, ED. So, since
Really,
you said we should not use AI or anything, so I just want to use what I understand about ethics. Ethics are
okay.
morals and principles that governs persons or an institution.
Okay, thank you
Then,
very
while
much.
integrity simply is let's say honesty, the quality of being honest, just like myself.
Well, we might hold you to that, Ambassador Honest, and thank you very much for stepping up today. Woman speaking first. Out. So let's have Ojo and then we'll proceed with the class. So Ojo, and for the people that are trying to write their tribal names on the PowerPoint, chill. Not that serious. So let's have
All
Ojo
right.
quickly.
So good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ojo. I'm
Ethics,
not knighted by the King of England, so I'm not a sir. So you can just go ahead.
ethics can be seen as a certain set of rules, maybe personal or adopted by some other society, which guide their moral, basically
That's
deciding
ethics.
either something is ethics.
Oh, thank you very much. Olamide Ali, can we have what ethics means or integrity? Anyone, you don't have to pick the way I said it.
Olamide, your mic is on. Please go ahead.
If Olamide is not ready, let's move on to Effiong.
Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Olamide.
It's Effiong speaking now.
Oh, is
Okay,
Effiong
Effiong.
speaking? Okay, Effiong, please go ahead quickly.
He has
We're
muted
spending
again.
quite a lot of time here. Oh, and you know what? Let's just break it up. Let's just continue the class. So now
All
I'm
right.
going to tell you when you join this class, everyone, I believe you filled a particular link, and that link stated your name, your state of residence, um, your I know your gender, and then whether you could attend 80% of the classes. Now that was ethic. Now I'm going to ask, integrity is, and that's me defining it simply, integrity is, did you keep that commitment? Before anybody answers, or before anybody says anything, be aware that I already have, before this class, already know exactly what your attendance parameters are. And Lisa is here. I can always ask Lisa what you did. So before you answer this, so did you keep up integrity with the electoral college? Yes or no, cohort 17? You can answer in the chat box. There's no need to raise your hand for that. You can answer in the chat box. Did you or did you not keep up did you keep integrity? There was the ethic, which was law, which was governing the cohort. Now the question is, did you keep up with that particular ethic? Did you keep up with the integrity? Did you
Majority
keep
of
up with the integrity? You said?
majority
Hello?
of them, yes. I think just one
They are
person.
saying yes.
Yes.
Lisa, do you have 80% attendance in the class?
No, right now. No, we don't.
Uh, So thank you very much, Cohort 17. You've clearly defined that your inter does not have gritty. That's the best way to put it. Anyway, who was head of the National Ethics and Integrity Act preceding this class? Has anybody heard of it preceding this class? Or did anybody know what it exists? We posted the act on the cohort. I know that some of you, as usual, have not looked at it. The act is present and is available for you to handle and deal with. So did any one of you look at this act, or did any one of you hear of this act preceding this class? Yes or no? Lisa, please let me know what they are typing. I can't check the chats while I'm in class.
All right. So
So
Ba
did
Yusuf
anybody know?
just seeing
Is
it for
that
the I say Yusuf says just seeing it for the first time. Aaron says
okay?
yes, I have heard. Samuel says no. Oluwale says yes. Ojo says no. Ola Olua says yes. I think it's 50-50.
Okay. So the National Ethics and Integrity Policy was developed by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Commissions, ICPC, in collaboration with the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, which is the OSGF, and the National Orientational Agency, which is the NOA, in response to the many damaging effects of corruption in both public and private sectors. Now, what is not mentioned in this definition is a lot of other private individuals who are called in to help make this policy work. A few might have met, a few you might not have met. Now, the policy was approved by the Federal Executive Council, that's the FEC, on the 19th of August 2020 and launched by President Muhammadu Buhari on the 28th of September 2020 during the second National Summit on Diminishing Corruption in the Public Sector to celebrate the ICPC's 20th anniversary. Now, the ICPC has earlier developed national values curriculum for teaching of values in schools to young Nigerians. Now, the National Ethics and Integrity Policy builds on the basics of this curriculum to entrench the positive values in society. Now, the legal framework of the policy, as the policy draws its constants from the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000, the National Orientation Act 2004, the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, UNCAC, and other relevant laws. The policy further imputes from cultural and religious values of Nigeria's peoples, as well as the code of professional organizations. So a lot of people were called in, MBA was called in, uh, 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 religious leaders were called in, both from all religious arms, including traditionalists were called in. A few I wouldn't say eminent, or a few lucky Nigerians who were lucky to serve within that same committee were also taken from different walks of life, and people who have preached the Nigerian love for country or who have lived by the love for country were brought in to write this act. I would say I would look at it as an honor to have worked on this. It's not going the way it is, but like I always tell people, as long as we have this policy present, we can now start to live our lives in different ways in which we can start to project where we're going to go and how we're going to handle it. Like I always say with everybody, first let's put what's basic in place, then let's see how far we can work around it. So the foundation of the integrity, ethics and integrity policy is the 99 Constitution, which is of course the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, which contains prescriptions of national ethics. This is one of the components of Chapter 2, which is fundamental objectives on directive principles of state policy. This forms an assurance that ethical standards are critical to national life in all domains, and thus the basis of this design of a national ethics and integrity policy. We uphold the norms of the Constitution to be supreme value standards. Hence, entire provisions of the Constitution are a reference point and a guarantee to prescribing ethics in national life. We also consider the intent of the Constitution to be the basis of ethical concerns. Now, thus, ethics becomes integral to the way the country shall be guided in order to accomplish, according to the preamble of the Constitution, the purpose of promoting good government and the welfare of persons in our country on the principles of freedom, equality, and justice, and for the purpose of consolidating the unity of the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, the National Ethics and Integrity Policy seeks to strengthen national cohesion, social equity, equality of purpose in the pursuit of basic freedoms, individual and social rights, as well as the material development of Nigerians. Now, this is basically, an act, which means that I cannot misquote it, which is why I'm directly quoting from. We'll get to the part where I'll explain. Now I'm directly quoting from the Act, its foundation, and now I'm moving on to its scope. So now the policy takes into account the multicultural composition of Nigeria, captures the diverse core values from a multicultural and religious perspective. For example, diverse cultural context reflected through customary law, and this will also look into customary law, Sharia legal system, common law system, substantive laws, as well as judgments and decisions of courts on these values, which were taken into account because they were representative of different cultural identities within the country. Now, this approach recognized that the cultural context and decisions of courts associated with them propagate values that are contested through those courts. Now, values that impact social behavior on responsibility and accountability of leaders, land ownership, family, and domestic relations, estate and interstate rules, property claims and distribution, individual and community rights, entitlements, transactions and exchanges, contracts, rights of the vulnerable, especially women and children, persons with disability, abuse of power, and etc. Now, majority of citizens appeal to these cultural and religious values in their daily interactions, aspirations, and conflicts. Thus, the principle of the National Ethics and Integrity Policy contains a synthesis of a consensus of core values that are collectively shared in the country. Am I speaking too fast? Am I speaking too fast?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Some things are just interesting. How to get rid of the law part. Let's get to the part where we can give each other bad boosts. So the principles of the National Integrity Policy. Now, the policy obligates all Nigerians and everyone who resides within the borders of Nigeria or who relates with the country in one form or the other commit to uphold to the following core values of human dignity, voice and participation, patriotism, personal responsibility, integrity, national unity, and professionalism. Now, the violation of any of these principles is actionable by relevant government agencies, both at the federal and state levels. Now, the principles of this policy are to be interpreted in line with the provisions of the federal laws and regulations, the Nigerian Constitution, standing rules and codes of conduct of the personal bodies, and statutory rules guiding private and public institutions. Now, the purpose of this act is critical. The policy was developed with a view to help restore and revitalize public and private sector while enhancing values and integrity and tackling corruption in the larger Nigerian society. Now, most of us normally define corruption as stealing money. Corruption is not taking money. Corruption is abuse of power. So for all of you that are WhatsApp group admins, party chairmen in the electoral college, and EDs like me that have decided to abuse power, this is to check all of us. For those of you that also bully people at work, bully everybody that you have, this does not mean, like I always say, the Constitution guarantees freedom of speech as long as it does not infringe on the constitutional rights of the person whom you are talking about or the position in which you are talking about does not affect the guaranteed rights by the same constitution of other Nigerians. So most of you, I know you are fans of BDM. In short, you people are cohort 17, you are the very dark cohort. People are there, want to talk, hey, ED, that, this, that. No, this one didn't do this one is right. it's critical to understand that part of being a Nigerian, you cannot, or being part of the country, you cannot claim absence or misknowledge of the law. Law still affects you. You cannot say, I don't know the law, so it means that this is right. And most of the time, we Nigerians try to, because you need to understand something, that most of the time our conversations are strictly from points that you can only speak from what you understand. So, dependent on how educated you are on a particular topic, or depending on how vast you're on it, it's what you'll be able to see. You can't see past your particular education or understanding of the topic. Which is why most people want to engage. Not that ED knows it all. I'm just saying most people with totally no party experience, which is why sometimes when we're having a conversation, I'll be like, "Are you part of a party?" And you'll be like, "No." I'll be like, "Have you participated?" And you'll be like, "No." I say, "But they told me." They told you what? It's like a mechanic having an opinion in his and arguing with doctors when his sister wants to give birth over a cesarean section because his wife had a cesarean section and they allowed him into the operating theater. So it now means that you have a conversation and you want to argue with doctors. That's how people sound most of the time when you want to engage in, or you want to engage or in your conversations across. And so this specifically this policy before I entire being very dark cohorts. For people like that nickname. Lisa, please mark that down. Cohort 17's pseudonym is very dark cohort. So specifically, the policy was designed to strengthen efforts at positive national transformation as citizens and those who relate with Nigeria imbibe and embody the core values, help the country reach national development goals as the meaning of the national purpose is reframed. Now, save the country from the ongoing erosion of ethics and collapse of values. Now, you can't deny that Nigeria's values and ethics generally of people in Nigeria has totally diminished. Everybody's trying to rob Nigeria. No, we are going to politics. I'm sure there are a lot of people that expected they will join this class and immediately they will meet politicians that will start dashing them money. Or they will start looking from, or they will meet one politician that will make them their essay or whatever. Now, I know that as much as, yeah, we can help you if you want to go into a party, that's not the purpose of the college. And we're not going to make anybody that's going to make you an essay. That's not going to happen. We're here to educate you so that Nigeria can exist. You were supposed to have had this class earlier, though, but you're having it now. So anyway, we also want to encourage citizens to put Nigeria above everybody else. And I know this is hard. Most of you live with the commitment that Nigeria is finished. So take Nigeria as that. So this is funny. Let me bring this down a little bit. It's hard to do it for Nigeria, but let me break it down. Everybody has had that girlfriend or that boyfriend that frustrates them. Everybody has had that girlfriend that does not treat you right, or boyfriend that does not treat you right, but you're still there. If you can do it for a boy or sorry, let me not say boy, we're all above a certain age, a man or a woman, I don't think it's so hard to do it for a country. Yeah, well, you should fight for a country you love. That's what love is. Love is fighting for what you cherish, and not because of yourself, but maybe because of the generation behind you. Now, most of you, and generally most Nigerians, are not concerned about what's coming behind them. They have this. Let me just eat it all, and that's where the problem lies. We just want to eat it all. It's our leaders, our leaders, our leaders. You were the one that printed campaign posters. It's our leaders. You chop 10 million on top the campaign posters from politicians. You think they won't collect that 10 million back? So it will help. So encouraging Nigerians to put Nigeria above everything else will help diminish the need for corruption as a survival strategy and enhance the survival of the weak while controlling the power of the strong. Now, how can you be strong? There's only one way you can be strong. Understand how your country works. Understand what exactly Nigeria is. But here we go again. We start arguing. No, it's the APC that spoiled the country. Labour Party is going to come and change it. No, it's AAC. So where is the next thing? It's sliced bread. But so is chairman, finance officer, and presidential candidate. Now, even the other bad guys you're pointing to haven't done that. So the policy also is one of the purposes of it is to open an ongoing dialogue as to how to refine behaviors and to bring out the best in Nigerians. You should read it. It's actually a lovely document. I know some of you will not read it again in your lives. My job is to provide it for you and try to explain it to you. So what are the values, basic values? Let's explain them now. Human dignity. The policy recognizes that human beings have inherent worth that must be respected and never violated. So everybody, no matter how low, no matter how high, have inherent worth, meaning inbuilt worth, and regard, and that must be respected and never violated. Now, voice and participation. Voice refers to the right to express an opinion and influence a decision, while participation is an act of taking part in an activity or event. The policy encourages people's rights to voice and participation. Do we participate fully where we're supposed to? No. We just choose, let me go and vote. And then you want to determine the outcomes in primaries by juju or by prayer in church, which is not going to work or must. It won't work. Now, patriotism. Now, patriotism refers to love of one's country. How many people love Nigeria? Let me ask a question. It's okay for you to say you don't love Nigeria. It's fine. Do you understand? All of us are kissing the same girlfriend, so it's kind of hard, and boyfriend. It's kind of hard. How many of you love Nigeria? Lisa, please unmute. Can you read the chat box for me? Is Lisa there? Peter, you're still there. Can you unmute? What's in the chat box?
Okay, somebody's saying, I love Nigeria. Inyobong.
So just come and explain it to me. Tell you, unmute him. Just come and explain. I don't want people to say they love Nigeria just like that. It's not good enough.
I think there's an information here from Margaret Amodi saying some persons in our group are trying to join, but it's saying host limit of 100 reached. I don't know if they can solve that.
Okay, I can't solve that from where I am because that would take me, something has gone out. That would take me some time. They should watch the class on YouTube and mark themselves. Tell them to go to Electoral College YouTube. Put that on the groups. Tell the chairman to put that on the groups. If they don't put it on the groups and they don't put it now, I will know and I'll penalize any chairman for doing that. Tell them I'll resolve that tomorrow. I'll resolve that before tomorrow's class. I can't do it now because I'm trapped up. I'm doing something.
All right. A lot of persons are saying they love Nigeria. I love Nigeria. I really do.
That's why give two of them the mics. They say they will give a boy, say a man and a woman, give one of it. So let's hear the love they have for Nigeria.
Please raise your hands. Okay.
But keep it short, so we don't want the class too long. Okay. We love Nigeria.
I've asked you to unmute. Please go on.
All right, thank you. Good evening. So I love Nigeria and I've been involved in many community development projects all my life, everywhere I find myself. I've also been involved in the electioneering process, and whatever would just better the country, I always try to engage myself and be involved in it. Thank you.
Thank you, Oluwole.
Okay. We need a lady this time. I'm not sure any lady is raising their hand.
They are waiting for reserve time. In case nobody gets that joke, it's a joke getting at the reserve seats. So I think people are waiting for reserve time. Just give anybody then. Just give anybody. If ladies decide to not participate. So.
Okay, Stephen, I've asked you to unmute. Please go on.
All right. Good evening, ED. Good evening, comrades. I love Nigeria because I know I love Nigeria because I think Nigeria, I sleep Nigeria. And anytime I think about Nigeria, it is excellence, unity, and peace. And most of all, when I meet Nigerians, especially when I know they're Nigerians, wherever they are coming from is not the problem. As in, are you Igbo? Are you? No, it is, are you a Nigerian? That is the most important thing for now, apart from the fact that you're a human being. Are you a Nigerian? Then in the course of our conversation, of course, I may know where you come from, but that is not the most important thing. The most important thing is, are you a Nigerian? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
ED,
let's have one more person.
Read one from the chat box.
You said?
ED, please permit me to read one answer from the chat box.
Go ahead.
Oladipupo said, I love Nigeria 100%. I have had multiple opportunities to japa or stay abroad many times, but I better trust and love Nigeria. Best country with unlimited opportunity.
Thank you very much, Sutan.
Sir.
Okay, so let's move on a bit. It inspires a sense of belonging and nationhood, loyalty, solidarity, national pride, respect, tolerance, dedication, etc. Now, personal responsibility, the one that we do not like the most. This implies a sense of duty to help provide solutions within a group. Nigerians are expected to display personal responsibility always. So now the chairmen are responsible for people in this cohort. Now we have an issue with our Zoom, which should sort out. I should be able to sort out today. And so everybody that joins the class on YouTube should sign in their names. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you now, but we didn't hear what you said they should do. To sign in what?
Okay, I'll sign in on YouTube. To sign their names on the YouTube when they join. We'll mark that as attendance. But I would also call them for a few things just to check whether they attended longer. So personal responsibility is one of the things where we don't really pick up to in Nigeria. We never take responsibility. Our politicians don't take responsibility. We don't take responsibility for where Nigeria is, acting in this Nigeria and becoming that Nigeria with, and the actions that could help become that Nigeria which we're supposed to be. Now, integrity. Now, to act with integrity means to act with consistency and establish standards, principles, expectations, and values, regulating a particular undertaking as well as one's declared principles. Integrity entails doing the right thing and doing things consistently. National unity. Now, national unity means having a sense of oneness as Nigeria. Okay, as Nigeria as a nation, of belonging to a nation where all citizens are equal, regardless of tribe and origin, and regardless of clan for some people, regardless of township for some people, regardless of Usu, regardless of royalty, regardless of I'm a chief, regardless of I'm from Mune Banzan Bokwe. The Ariwa people know what I'm saying. Mune Banzan Bokwe. And as much as me, a Zaria boy, regardless of me calling myself an Emirati, because KD people like thinking they are equal to Zaria. No, Bayamo. I said that in Hausa. Anyway, that's wrong. Equality, everybody. There's no one that's better than anybody else. There's no, how do I put it? Or more lab. If I say this in Yoruba, to make you guys make fun of me. I'm not omulabi, whatever it is, that word, you know what I mean. So anyway.
You meant to say omoluabi.
That's so hard for me to pronounce. I didn't twist my tongue totally.
Someone that is answering to me.
I mean, my kule is camouflage. Please, I beg. Please. So, of course, oneness. So, that's, of course, equal tribal origin. So, professionalism. This refers to high standards expected from a person who is well trained in a particular job. So, if I hear you're an ECN associate or you've been to the ECN cohort, it's a particular level of thought. When I see you on social media, I don't want to start saying things that are off the hook. It will break my heart. So it refers to commitment to excellence in service, adherence to established standards and regulations of a profession. So in conclusion, development of national ethics and integrity policy by ICP and its partners and its subsequent approval for implementation represents a significant milestone in Nigeria's quest for national rebirth that will introduce accountability, transparency in government. It should also recondition its citizens to work for national development while encouraging them to cultivate respect and love for fellow citizens. With this policy in oppression, selfishness, violence, disunity, and effective governance should be a thing of the past, and Nigeria should take its pride of place in the Committee of Nations. Now, I advise you, there's a lot of laws and things I broke down into this PowerPoint presentation. Please, and please, I beg you, very dark cohorts. Please, I know people are stubborn. I know people want to wear necklace. And if you want to scream and holler on social media, please and please, code 17, I beg you, take time to go through this policy. It means a lot. It was worked on by a lot of people and a lot of dedicated Nigerians with very much hard work. I simplified it a lot for this to happen, and I didn't want it complicated by quoting laws up and down. No. But please take your time as Nigerians. I beg you. It's the most Nigerian thing. All of you that say you love Nigeria, it's the most Nigerian thing to do. Thank you, everyone. And I'll take questions from now.
Okay. Thank you, Edie. That was beautiful. Please, if you have any questions, please raise your hand, your virtual hand, so we'll take questions. Edie, how many questions do you want to take today?
No, we're enjoying ourselves now. Class is going to end.
All right. So the first person will be Steven Abba. Steven, I'll ask you to unmute. Please go on.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you once again, Edie. My question is simple. If this act drew people from different, maybe different professions in Nigeria, even politicians, lawyers, and the rest of them to draw this, even in its summarized form, it's so elite, and it's so I feel relieved by reading it because I read it before the class started, and I was reading through this and I said, so we really have something like this, and it's looking as if nobody is even bothered. Nobody is even, there's nothing that shows that we have something like this, even amongst our politicians, among our leaders. So how come we wrote a law, or we churned out an act that nobody is using? It's not even mentioned anywhere as far as I'm concerned. It's a question you may not have the answer, but then you need to say something about it. Why is it like that?
It does have an answer. So it's domiciled to ICPC and NOA. I don't want to sub anybody, but I'll quickly say that the Electoral College has taught it more times than any one of them. And the Electoral College knows that act better than any one of them. Yeah, I was privileged to be part of those that worked on it. That it's a big honor for me. And if this is my own little way of propagating it, instituting it into the Electoral College class, then I think thank you. I think I've propagated the act more than anybody else. And those vested. Of course, we've tried to have seminars that have pulled ICPC and NOA in, but I don't need to tell you, it's like telling docs not to go into a pond. Totally hard. And I feel that if Nigerians knew that this exists, we might be able to do a lot of things. I would say generally the orientation agency hasn't been orientating anybody. They spent most of their time hailing the president. Well, what do you expect when you hire a party publicity secretary? You don't have sense or character. And for me, when you give the policy to people who do not actually have integrity or do not have value or do not operate within ethics, I think that the policy will directly shoot them in the foot. And this is no direct hit on government. I feel the agencies responsible have been lukewarm, ludicrous, and absolutely intellectually impoverished by looking at the act. So a few of us who still worked on it, believe in it, it's different to work on something. It's different to domicile something in two agencies. Then it's a different thing for you to believe in it. So I think I believe in it, and that's why it's inculcated in the Electoral College. And I get better every time I look at it, understanding it, and be able to propagate its conversation. I don't think they have anything as concise as this, bringing everything down into a very simple conversation. So yeah, we're right. It's a serious concern. I'm a Nigerian. I love this country. I'm seriously concerned. But let's do what we need to do. I don't want to rely on those that don't understand it. Thank you.
Thank you, Edie.
Okay. I thought you could.
Karaga Madu Chiroma, I've asked you to unmute. Please forgive the murdering of your name if I pronounce it wrong.
Hello.
All
Edie,
right,
good
we can
evening.
hear you. Go on.
My question is this. In recent times, there are persons holding on to the opinion that the Nigerian democracy is heading to the rocks and that there are need for Nigeria to get certain things right by bringing about values that agree with our own cultural setting to be married along with our democratic practices. Now, my question is this. These our own values, these are own African values. Please, if you have some of them, Edie, kindly share with us. And then secondly,
I shared the ask with you. It's there now.
I
It's
am really
there.
sorry, Edie, I couldn't get to
It's
study
on
the
the
act.
group ahead now. So I'm telling you, I'm just helping you. That it's already there. And I also want to add that don't ask for a Nigerian democracy. They all already is a constituted Nigeria. I've always told you, we have our laws, we have things that are suited to us. Our politicians created a culture, and the culture is defined as way of life. This is not the first time I'm saying it. It's a way of life. So now we've created a culture. We are living there. Can you suspend the governor? You know, we all know it's wrong. We know it's not constitutional provisional. But people have left and you are now doing another thing. You are doing Owambe constitution. Now, what do you want us to do? No offense to Yoruba people. Owambe was the first thing that came to my mind. So you cannot say if you tolerated suspension of a governor, well, you created a trend. The constitution does not agree with that. So who are you going to blame? Democracy? No, you're not going to blame democracy. You're not going to blame the constitution. I've always said it. The constitution is not going to stand up from where it is and come and hit you on the head. That's not going to happen. So we found
So,
out, and no, wait, let me just complete this line. We found out that the only way societies advance is more if we can teach more people or we can socialize the constitution to a particular level, because more people that know the constitution, the more of these things cannot be tried. So don't whenever you say the Nigerian democracy, we created that democracy that we're practicing. That's not the democracy that is on paper. It's not. You've been in this class. We proved to you campaign financing. We proved I've shown you in the electoral act. I've shown you things. You can't even a candidate cannot even disagree with another candidate. The electoral act clearly stands that you cannot even, do you understand? You cannot even use government cars on a campaign. You cannot use the government jets. You cannot use government media in portraying a campaign. Is that what's possible? It even states clearly that if you give one candidate a chance on one radio station, that same radio station must take all the candidates running. If not, it is wrong. It's clear, it's law, it's written there. If people refuse to participate or refuse to know it, then that's your problem. Start turning back to the constitution to abuse it. And that's why whenever these your so-called mommies and daddy geos on social media that like running their mouth anyhow without thinking, when they start their own constitution, 99 constitution, well, ask them, whenever they write that thing, ask them where. And they will not be able to answer because I will tell you for free. They've not read the Constitution. They don't know the Electoral Act. And it's so sad. And you people are there. So the problem in Nigeria is that we do not have, it's not that we don't have great people, but we celebrate mediocrity so much that BDM has followers, Portable has followers. What are you following them for? Don't forget, so I like Charlotte Poppy, Laho, Continental. That one I like him. I have followers. But any other person, I beg. Top basket. You know the funny thing? One of the people you follow the most is someone who has even truncated democracy. I don't want to call people's names. And a lot of people have truncated democracy, and you follow them indiscriminately. Abuse of campaign finances. The list is endless. But they are your superheroes. They are your superheroes. I don't just want to call names, but they are your superheroes. And you people adore them. And this will continue showing you how irresponsible they are. And it's so annoying. Even the so-called ones you even call, for me, it's even those ones you so-called call activists that are the biggest problem. Because for every work we are doing to try and teach people this, they are undoing it, teaching them another thing that doesn't exist. So what are you talking about? House of Rep came out the other day and was talking on Twitter, and he said he has 45. You're saying bank issues, bank was stopping him from paying his 45 aids. I now quoted the Constitution. And I quoted the Constitution. You're only supposed to have 5. Where did you get the other 40 from? He deleted the tweets. But because you people do not know, you allow it. Somebody will come and tell you this is not their job. This is their job. This is not their duty. You accept. Have you checked what their job is constitutionally? Governor will tell you that insecurity. Muna, we're in Plateau, we cannot do anything. We're in Benue, we cannot do anything. When a reporter decides to misbehave and write rubbish about the governor, he will bring 40 mobile policemen to arrest them. Rufai did it to my friend out to Mekori. The list is endless. This guy, Ayade did it to, what's his name? Jalingo, Abba Jalingo. When it's time for local government elections, state governors can move security. When it's time for elections, they can move security, they can move military. But when it comes to insecurity, they selectively cannot do it. What are you telling me? So don't tell me there's a Nigerian democracy. There's no Nigerian democracy. We have taken irresponsibility to be democracy. Look at what your activists are doing. Sit down. I don't want to mention this reserved seats. If I start this reserved seats conversation, I will not close this class. Sorry, sir, I've even lost it. Sorry, this Nigerian thing sometimes it gets to me. Sorry, I have
actually, you are very right, sir. You are very right with your submissions. It's just that it's disturbing to me when it's been said that the Nigerian democracy is heading to the rocks. And then I look at it critically, I discover that we are not actually practicing what the democracy even really is. The principles of democracy are not in practice in our own democracy. And then we are now saying that, okay, we want to bring in our own practices in our own democratic style. I'm now wondering, is our own practices quite different from the established principles of the classical democracy? The integrity that's expected to be played there, the ethics, the transparency, the accountability. Are they not?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How many people in the legislative that you know have read the Constitution?
I really cannot tell.
I would help you. If you ever want to ask them a question that regards to the Constitution. A sitting Nigerian senator will write petition and put their name on it, knowing that the laws of the Senate do not, the handbook of the Senate does not allow it. But they will write it and say, I'm submitting it with my hand. And they're doing it on national TV. God damn, do you know how irritating that is? None of your parties have ever submitted a complete register to INEC. They can't even put, and you see their conventions, you see people anyhow that they paid crowd. Ask them to submit membership list. No party in Nigeria can submit a 1 million membership list. I'll tell you, I know because I've seen it. None of them can. So what are you talking about? And meanwhile, laws say if you do not submit, it means that it's in the Electoral Act. It means that when we did the Electoral Act, we spoke about it. It means that every convention and primaries is null and void. So what does that tell you? The entire operation in Nigeria are null and void. According to the Electoral Act, null and void. So we do not have a president. We do not have governors. We do not have everybody from Peter Obi to Tinubu are all guilty of it. Atiku, SBP boy, what's his name? Adewale. All of them are there. Somebody is talking about checks and balances. Checks and balances are us. So nobody should leave Nigerian leaders out of it. Don't go on. This is not Nigerian leader problem. If you, the citizen, does not understand the Constitution, does not understand the laws, that's when they can perpetrate these offenses. Somebody will come and tell you Section 305 where allows for, is this the first time they instituted a state of emergency in Nigeria? It's not the first time now. Another person will come to you because some NGOs have given them money. They'll come and tell you that, okay, you know what? Reserve seats for women. How does reserve seats help women? Now look at the Constitution of Nigeria. How are you going to reserve seats? Okay, so it means it's the fastest way to do it. The fastest way, because they're not going to tell a constituency to produce women by force. So the fastest way to do it is this. The fastest way to do it is this. They are reserved. These are the seats. They are 100. This one per this one. but their collective votes, which we know the constitution will never allow, their collective votes can never match one elected senator. So what's going to happen next? Whenever women want to contest, they say, go to your seats. Seats will not get them out. All of them will be one vote. Then the rest of how does that help women? What the stupidity of funders, no offense. I've said it, go and tell them. The stupidity of funders, they're going to practice it. The same way, where has that worked anywhere in the world? Is that not how they tried freeform? I remember a conversation when I spoke about freeform specifically in 2023. Lisa is here. There is no NGO in Nigeria that didn't attack me. Yaga, Electa, all of them, the usual suspects. Tuli Lawala, storm again, arrogance, whatever. We are waiting happen now. Freeform, they win primaries. I don't understand. And you practice these things that have not worked anywhere. Rwanda has the best amount, at least highest amount of women in this thing, in politics or in legislative. And Rwanda didn't have to bend form. It's simple. You want to repair this, and let me not sound like one of these activists. So let me give you the solution. You want to stop this? It's so simple. Just sit down. Stick to campaign financing. Nobody can cross 40 million. If you like, have 100 billion. You spend past 40 million, you're going to jail. Immediately, women and youth should be able to compete because everybody has a bar. Everybody get 40 million. So how you want to spend your 40 million? You guys, adapt. You just say anyhow, that kind of thing. But not the one that wants you just have money, no matter what you have, spend on campaign, spend on primaries. It's madness. So that's how you repair and you bring women. You make an equitable playing ground. You don't just say take free funds. What is it? You're undermining women. The same way, you can as well just give them women leader and youth leader in the Senate and then tell them to be running around and say they are doing reserve seats. And the intelligent minds I'm hearing argue this thing. It's as if they've not read the Constitution. How are they going to alter the Constitution and put in reserve seats? Let's not even visit, please, I beg. Please, let's stick to this class. I don't want to lose it. I've noticed I've lost it and gone somewhere else. Please ask another question, Oga. Please, let me not lose it.
All right, we'll take another question. Ibrahim Umar, I'll ask you to unmute. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, Ibrahim.
We can hear you.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ibrahim.
Thank you. My own is regarding the patriotisms or the patriotic citizen of Nigeria. So, is there any responsibility that is being scheduled or being given to National Orientation Agency in terms of advocating for the love, peace, unity of this country, that the citizens must be patriotic citizens of this country to love the country more than any other thing?
Yes, it's in their core mandate, and it's in the core mandate. You can read the act that created the NOA. It's their core mandate. They are doing something else, and I don't know. I don't know, because your mandate is to ensure Nigerians understand this thing, ensure Nigerians love this country, ensure Nigerians are this, but they don't do that.
Okay. So as a citizens, how can we hold them accountable so that thing? Because
Anyway,
I realize
you want to hold NOA accountable.
Yes, for not delivering their mandate. Because
then you have to go through your legislature.
All right now. Thank you, Edie. I think we have two more questions, and it's a few minutes before 6, so we'll manage the time before then.
No, time is fine now. No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm not complaining. I'm here.
All right. Mohammed Siddiqui, I've asked you to unmute. Please go on. Mohammed. I don't know if he's there. Okay. We will take someone else then. Olusegun Nelson. I've asked you to unmute. Please go on.
Yes, all right. Thank you very much, Edie. May God bless you and may God continue to empower you. You're doing a good job. Yes, I want to ask, sir. These have been troubling me for so long. Is there a way out for Nigerians for us to elect people integrity into power than the kind of people we have today that is drawing us back? The nation is not progressing. The youth are not even together. Nothing is working. Is there a way out, sir?
I don't agree that nothing is working. Things are working. They're not just working as they're supposed to work. Let me give you a raw listen. Let me give you a brief explanation. So people are receiving salary. A lot of us are receiving salary here. There are civil servants here, right? Hello? Civil servants, can we get to civil servants,
Civil servant.
yeah, can we get a you say Nigeria is not working. I want to put something to you.
Okay, yes,
Civil
there's
servants,
one
you get paid your salary? They pay you in a salary now. And they pay
okay,
in
they
a
said
salary, yes or no? They are saying yes now. They pay their salary. Nigeria, yes, Seriki Motors is here. Hey, Technologia. Yeah, I love him.
my
Seriki
brother,
Motors is great.
my brother,
Technologia.
this bet is not for civil servant.
So Nigeria is working, they pay us. People are
Yeah.
making me laugh today. No, so yeah, they pay your salary, so it means Nigeria is working. Now let's reverse it. Are you sure? Do civil servants think they work commensurate to what they are paid? That is some they're already attacking. No. I'll tell you what I've always said. I'm not Seriki Mota, no offense to civil servants. I know they'll kill me for what I'm about to say. But I've always said people argue that Nigeria does not have a welfare system, and I say it does have a welfare system, and the welfare system in Nigeria is the civil service. Because there are a lot of things that if you are in private sector, and if you deserve more, I can't say all. You can never say all. You can't put a blanket statement. There are those agencies that work. But like the NOA, I don't know what anybody is doing there. National Pilgrims Commission. Uh, National Mathematical Institute. Uh, Federal Character Commission. NMPC, critically. They don't work with technology. So I'm not saying dividend. So I'm not attacking civil servants. I'm just trying to explain something. So yes, Nigeria works in a way, but we give back to what Nigeria is supposed to be is still poor. So Nigeria is not somebody standing down there. Nigeria is us. How much have you committed to the Nigerian project? How much have you put in into the Nigerian project as a person? How much have you given into the Nigerian project? Nigeria is not somebody outside your window or somebody that say they are using 10 billion to do solar power. That's not Nigeria. Nigeria is all of us, including that person that wants to use 10 billion to do solar power. So the thing is, what's your commitment to Nigeria? A lot of us, as we're coming home today or driving back, we broke road laws. Some of us today, I will not agree in this class, but some of us today approved money above the cost of AC in civil service? Yes or no? You did now. Civil service 400, the contractor say 400. Then we'll write 600. You will pay you 400, you send kickback 200. If not, the contractor has to agree. If not, you will not get a lot of us. I see now here, we signed some of that. Some of you collected DTA for a trip you did not go. True or false? Oh, now this is getting, because coming to home now, they're acting like some, even we are not even in civil service. This one are the worst ones. Inside our estates, they said we want to repair road. To repair the road, the contractor already told you 100K. You went to estate group and wrote 650K. Just because you want to take your slave queen to Dubai for summer. You guys chill now. They don't think I won't hit women. Oh. You know, we are gender friendly. And there are those women that will come out, you know, their company will buy 900 bags of rice. They will send 400 bags of rice to their house. I don't know how. And you know, it's shocking. So when you say Nigeria is not working, it's us that are not working. I'm not a good person. I never say I'm a good person. But just imagine if they were averagely, imagine if there were 1 million electoral college students. You know where Nigeria will be today? Okay, I know some of you don't hear words. Some of you are stubborn. But out of that 1 million, it means you pass through the electoral college. At least you know right and wrongs. At least like 500,000 will be able to lead a sensible understanding of what Nigeria is and be able to effect wherever they are, their political parties, their associations, etc. They'll be able to do things. Nigeria is not someone, it's us. Some of you are even, I don't know. Yeah, it's not, Nigerians lack character. Character is not even a definition. When you call character, you can't call Nigerians. Nigerians don't have character now. Profit in Nigeria. They say this is the country where they'll say, I did contract of 1 billion. I'm giving 100 million as sites. How? And so there are things that, you know, when we do 1 billion naira contract, we pocket 1 billion naira. How far? So you have these conversations where we just keep on thinking that, you just keep thinking that, we think the problem is outside. The problem is here now. If I ask everybody here, even though you're a party member, when last did you buy something for your ward, take them out, that kind of thing, talk about things, tell them how you want to be a delegate in 2027. You haven't done that now. But if I tell you this night, who I'm going to jam in the clubs in Lagos, I'm not going to tell you where I'm going, sir, but I'm going somewhere in Lagos today. If I tell you where I'm going to go and jam, I'll jam you people now. You spend the money of electing councillor on Friday. Then you complain about your road on Saturday. Abana, what's the way forward? Those ones in Kano, let me not say it in Hausa. The money for marriage, they can install House of Rep. Anambra, you thought I will not hit you? That's where we're going next. You people are ready to bury somebody inside Rolls Royce. Yet the road to your house is value. It's not pothole. It's value. Maybe stop this nonsense. Once somebody has money on social media, people are already following because of giveaway. And you're wondering why character is misplaced in Nigeria. Your governors are ready to give, and this is shocking. Somebody is first class, governor is giving him 6 million. Somebody goes and joins Big Brother, they give you 50 million plus essay to governor. A house. Wait, look at it. If I were in school, if I were in university now, I'll not read anything. No, man, I'll just, okay, I'm ugly, man. I'll need to do some surgery, man. I'll need to adjust my nose, add some curly hair, and you guys know I know how to speak the English now, so I'll just enter Big Brother and I'll be like, yeah, and like Kunle Lawal's the Big Brother, like yeah, I'm just here to try and win, just the game, I'm just gonna win it. Next thing, Kwara State governor will call me for attending Big Brother, 50 million essay to the governor and house. Who is going to read in Nigeria? Meanwhile, the student that was promised that 10 million, they haven't paid him 6 months after. Nigeria is us. Me and you. What love have you given this country? Let me tell you, it's hard. Sometimes I try to put in a lot of work. Sometimes I don't even want to be in Nigeria. I know what's funny. I think I can run faster than any one of you. I don't know any one of you that can run faster than me. And I'm not making noise. Yeah, I'm offered international jobs. I don't even consider it. No, I won't consider it. But if somebody is saying, Kunle, you tried so much, you deserve an honorary PhD in leadership or in, this thing. A Nigerian university won't give me that. Oh, sorry, Lisa, I mistakenly said that. Anyway, where it's coming from is outside, not here. We don't even respect our own. The US will rather, and I'm using myself as an example, not because I want to be arrogant, I'm just trying to explain a point. The US will rather invite Kunle Lawal to talk about socialization of the Constitution. And they'll treat me like an egg. Naija, what does he know? How old is he? I don't old though. 46 is not beans. University after 24 years is not beans. Yeah, I have a good face. Yeah, don't be hating, don't be hating. But that's who we are. We don't respect each other. If ED does give away now and I just say, you people are graduating, I give all of you 20K. You people will be following me. The person that has my social media handle there, like carry stone and throw it and to hit you. If I do 20K giveaway, you people find my handle immediately. Who is saying I'm old? Come argue my age with me. They are saying me I'm old. Come argue my age because I said it here. I can, in Nigerian context now, civil service, my mates are celebrating 36, 37. Because me, I am putting my age outside. All of them are vexing. Then we told them in our office, you are the youngest in our class. And you are now writing 46 publicly. Kunle, you're even using buying Jesse. I'm putting 46 behind. They say, Kunle, I had to tell them, don't come to my office without Jesse. One of my friends was very angry. Don't come to my office without Jesse. Because it's 38 in the office. Me, I had to put 46 behind my own. My birthday post serves, my Jesse, 46. Wait now. I cannot own 46 myself. But in Nigeria, we own 46 ourselves now. I know some actors I grew up with that are quoting 6 years younger than me. So let's move to the next question. If I continue this, I'm going to continue talking for long.
Okay, we take F Young Innocent. F Young Innocent. He's gone.
All right. Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Evening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Good evening.
Okay.
So thank you very much. You have really said a lot. In fact, from answering those questions, it's a different lecture entirely because I've learned so much. So, sir, my question is, when it comes to the ethics and the integrity policy, do you think that that we the citizens are the problem, in terms of our attitude, the way we behave, trying to see, being that we don't read or we don't go looking into these documents them to see what these documents entails, and because of that we just look at those in the upper, like the leaders, and we try to imitate what they continue to do as they keep coming after this after one leadership is set to another. So do you think that we the citizens are the people that have this problem of integrity and ethics values? Do you think that we are the people? And if yes, sir, what do you think we can do as citizens? Because honestly, from all you have explained, I also find it that we have a big fault as citizens, because we don't even respect the rules of law. Even the people that make the law say they don't even respect the rules of law. So everything is just like, I don't know, things are just going.
Epion, let me start with your state. You're from Akwa Ibom.
Yes,
Abi?
sir. Yes, sir.
I know already. You're from Akwa Ibom. Now, your state has the best working airline in Nigeria, right?
Yes, sir.
Ibom Air, we are very proud. I won't lie. Ibom Air makes me believe that there can be an Air Nigeria one day. But here's the app I'm going to give you. Your governor went and built Cathedral for what? When he was supposed to build an international airport. No, now, let's be honest. You'd have been making more money. Ibom Air would have been doing international flights. Do you know what Akwa Ibom would have been today? Nigeria
Yes, sir.
needs a stopover. Nigeria has no stopover. The only stopover, I believe, is Lagos. And it's not even on quite a lot of flights. Nigeria has no stopover. If Ibom Air built itself, if you use that money for that cathedral that you built, plus that statue, and those other things that you built, that I don't know whether you people are waiting for Godzilla to come and knock it down. Anyway, those things you built, if you use that to build an international airport, but who told the governor? If SSS didn't tell him, you, the citizen, did not tell him your problems. The governor too has problems. Waste of money. On what? Because he has partner in front of his name. Anyway, whose money is it? Akwa Ibom can be making 5 times the money he was making if you put that money for that cathedral into what it was. When do you use the cathedral? Is it not only Christmas carol?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it not only I'm conversant now, I've been there. It's not Christmas
Yes.
carol.
Yeah, you're right, sir. You're right. It's Christmas carol. Yes, sir.
Guys. So you people spent Akwa Ibom state money for Christmas carol. Jokers. Akwa Ibom has one of the highest poverty levels in South. Upon
Yes.
being one of the richest states in South.
Yes.
It's sad. Anyway, we'll blame you. We'll blame the fact that your keke napep is blue. Abi, it's not blue like keke napep.
It's yellow. It's yellow.
Huh?
It's
So it's
orange.
yellow. So no orange. I know
Orange.
it's an odd color. Orange. There's somebody that has blue. I think it's Rivers. Or
Port Harcourt.
Bayelsa. Port Harcourt, yeah, Rivers has blue. You put on is orange. I know it's one of them. But it's so you guys need you guys need to do a lot more. So it's not only for me, it's not a government problem, it's a Nigerian problem. It's not government, it's not grassroots. It's both of them at the same time.
So sir, what's the way forward? Okay.
Both of you should have sense, love for country. Some of you should have sense, love for country.
And so it should be personal. It should be generated personal, like individually.
Yes, individually. It doesn't have to do whether you're in position or you are fishing in Eket. It's the same thing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Well, guys, hope you send me crayfish after this. Oh, you didn't hear that.
Okay. Yusuf. I think this is the final question now. Yusuf, I've asked you to unmute. Please go.
Wait, before that, I want to say something. Somebody said they want me to make a statement on NANS. I would have loved to comment on NANS, and this is my position clearly. I was asked on TV, and this was my position. So Olusegun Nelson wants me to comment on NANS. I'd have loved to comment on NANS, but I remember that NANS are not students. The people in the hierarchy of NANS are not students. So why am I commenting? The former association was for students, not for people that have refused to leave school for more than 8 years and are now in NANS position. Whatever you see, let them collect. That position is for students. So I can't comment. In my time, NANS was students. Now I don't even know who they are. They are older than me and they are in NANS. Are you joking?
Okay, let's take the final question. Yusuf, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, Edie.
Good evening, Yusuf.
I want to sincerely appreciate your commitments. And however, I have a few concerns I would like to respectfully bring to your attention. Number one, I'm the presidential candidate of the APC party. So unfortunately, I experienced network issues at the exact time of the presidential debate. As you
You
are
said
aware,
you
the
want to wait. I want to understand. What are you talking about? Presidential debates
Yes,
that they've elected president.
yes, sir.
Ah, how would I put it? Supreme Court rulings. You know, what should have happened was, I understand your position, Yusuf, but what you should have done is, if you had
Yeah.
that issue, you should
There
have
is one thing
mentioned it. You should
that
have
happens.
mentioned it preceding the debate. You should have mentioned it. It's not like you don't have access to all of us. Hmm?
Hello, sorry, please.
Hello, I can hear you.
Okay.
Mm.
What I'm trying to say is that at that time, I experienced network issues at the exact time. As you are aware, the security situation in Zamfara sometimes affects connectivity.
Yeah, I understand. Yes, it's sort of fun. But Yusuf, if you did not you knew you were in Zamfara. Why did you not communicate to the college? That is my question.
No, sir, in the meeting, it's only just 5 minutes I've missed. And I've been complaining. I raised my hand, I mentioned my name, and I don't have that mandate to speak. I've been in the meeting and in the debate from almost 5 minutes back to the end of it.
You know that we have. This is not the first time we've shown you strict rules during what we call it, elections. We've always done that. The electoral college has its firm rules, and that's what it is. You know
Yes,
that.
I know.
It's not that we've been different. We are not different. Every
know.
time that's how it's so.
I know, sir. The reason why I say let me bring it to your attention, for the first time you have said that you're in happy mode today and you want the class to be interactive. So please, I am pleading, sir, the minus of 10 marks that you have deducted from our party. Please, I'm pleading. Can you please adjust that? Because I'm in the Zoom meeting by that time and I just missed some minutes.
So you want me to
So
you want
please,
me
sir,
to
can you consider this?
elevate your party by 10 marks? Okay, I'm in a good mood today. I'll reduce it to 5. Yusuf, I've reduced it to 5. It will be minus
Thank you
5
so much,
from
sir.
now. No problem, Yusuf.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're far too kind. Thank you. I think that's all the questions we have for today.
So, guys, you're about closing. We'll solve, and tomorrow we'll be doing the candidate. Tomorrow will be the final class to make you understand why you were here, how you got here, and what we should do. Whatever issues we have with the Zoom, I'll sort that out. I look forward to a great class tomorrow. You guys are now associates. I have to talk to you guys with respect. The VDC, very dark cohort, 17. I'll hand you over to the mommy of the cohort, Lisa. Thank you very much, and it was a pleasure, and it's always a pleasure to have a class with you guys. Oh, she's not here. That means I'm in control now. Let me call
Yes, you
her.
Full control.
I've always been in control now. So always say it is good, it's good. Am I such a devil? Oh, somebody's asking me why NMPP got 6 marks. Is your chairman on the call? Is your chairman on the call? Is your chairperson, NMPP, is your chairperson on the call? The person should raise his hand. Is any ESCO of the NMPP on the call? Now NMPP is dodging. If you do not present yourselves, I'll increase that minus. Oh, if I have decided to appear. Please unmute Ojo, let me explain something. Unmute Ojo.
I've done that, Ojo. Please go on.
Ojo, you're the vice president, right?
He's not speaking.
He's speaking. Ojo, are you the vice president?
Okay.
Yeah, no, sir, but I am part of the party leadership, sir.
Party leadership, what are you?
I am the acting general secretary, sir.
Acting General Secretary. Okay. You are asking, can you tell
Hello,
them
sir.
why NMPP got 6?
Hello, sir.
I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Hello.
I can hear you. Please, Epion, can you speak? Ask
Hello.
Epion to unmute.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Epion, I
hear
can
you,
hear you clearly.
Yes,
Epion,
sir.
are you within the party hierarchy?
Yeah, I'm on the party hierarchy. I think I came out from our primaries during our AMAC election, and also
No. So where is your party chairperson?
she's in this call, sir.
And she's quiet.
I don't know. She's in this call. She's
I
in
told
this
her
call.
to raise her hand. That's why I
She's
want to
there.
talk to it.
I can see her.
Mary.
She's there now.
She didn't raise her hand now. One everybody is looking for my trouble this evening. Having what? She should raise her hand now. Okay, who is this?
Network issues.
Julius. Oh, she has network issues. Okay.
Yes.
Julius.
Good evening, sir.
Please, Julius, how's everything?
Fine, sir. Good evening, sir.
So NMPP is challenging me on why I gave them a -6. Are you ready to go with me over this? If I prove why I gave you a -6 and you cannot justify what you did, I'll take it to a
No, sir.
-12. No,
Sir,
no, it's too late. Though. If not, I'll give you the -12.
no,
Anytime
sir.
you
I want to.
question, Julius, wait. It's like you wrote exam in school. You are questioning
Yes,
the
sir.
examiner. Abi? Like if the
That's
examiner
what I
put,
want.
okay. Did you place your activity in the same place as another court initially?
Sir,
Yes or no?
sir,
Yes or
sir.
no?
The
Don't ask.
problem here
Don't
is that.
explain. Yes or no, Julius. If not, I will increase the amount I'm
Yes,
going
sir.
to take away
Yes,
from
sir.
NFP.
Yes. At the beginning, sir. Yes, sir. There was a coincidence,
Yes,
sir.
and that flouted electoral college rules, and you knew it. Those people put their own out first. You knew it, and you still let it go. That's why I gave you
No,
6.
we never knew at first, sir.
That's not my. They put their own on the group, and you were on. Your chairperson is on the group, so you can't say you did not know. If I knew, you cannot say you did not know. Again, I scored you 6. This conversation that you decided to waste my saliva and keep everybody here. Do you understand? Now I will give you 4. Lisa, take
No,
notes.
sir.
Moderators,
Sorry,
no.
sir.
If you talk more than
Sorry,
your mouth,
sir.
if you talk more than your mouth, I will increase it. I will
Sir,
bring it down more.
actually, this should come from the ESCOs, but I don't know why they're asking, since it's not from us,
The
sir.
ESCOs are forming network problem. So you know what I'm going to do? You know what I won't deal with the party. I'll maintain this thing. Do you understand? Your ESCOs of NMPP, I'll take -1 attendance from all of them.
Sorry, sir.
For not telling you and addressing you in NMPP that it was their fault.
So
No,
we
it's
didn't send
leadership now. They
anybody
should
to
bear
ask
it.
you. We didn't send anybody to
No,
ask you this question.
it's not about sending. I've seen it. That's where the problem now lies. No
Sorry,
problem. I've taken my decision.
Have mercy, sir.
No mercy is for the people upstairs. My job is to ensure you meet them. Anyway, I think this is the end of the class. Tomorrow we'll deal about. We'll of course move to the candidates 360. I look forward to conversations ahead. You guys, a lot of you will be able to make it with the next class. If you guys getting certificates, you guys are nice. I'm trying to help. I'm not even supposed to tell you guys. This is the first cohort that I've announced that. You know, you put a very dark cohort, but no problem. You guys have a lovely evening. Eat out.
Madam.